Josh, be able to hear me?
What was that, Grant?
I just want to test my audio before we get started, but it sounds like you can hear me.
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you.
Are we all here this morning? Everyone that needs to be? I don't think we have a quorum yet for people that are council.
You might. It's on the Samsung.
Probably me.
Yeah. So Cody, Don, and I thought
Oh, yeah. We got three, so we're good. Yeah, well, if that's the case, let's go ahead and, call this meeting to order. Now, Josh, are you there? Yes, I am. And you're also streaming it. Okay, perfect. So, we'll forego the majority of formalities, but we will call the meeting to order. Roll call line here, Councilman Allen. Here. Councilman Roosevelt. Here. Councilman Flower. Here. And I don't see anybody else joining the council. But that does constitute a quorum, and so we'll go ahead and proceed. We'll forego the prayer and the pledge of allegiance and the comment period. Let's go ahead and get right into the business at hand, which is the contracts that we have to do this morning. Grant, do you want to go ahead? We'll turn some time over to you to explain the contracts.
Sure. And the whole point is just to get access along the west side of the boulevard. They're probably owned by two different individuals. Brotherson owns the one on the north, Eldridge's on the one on the south. Brotherson has asked that we make some improvements to the road. I forget what the first name, but Dean is the last name of someone who lives down that road. They're asking us to just put some road base down. And then Eldridge's commented on the contracts, made some changes. I have no problem with the changes that they're proposing, but it looks like there's still one missing. He wanted consideration, which just means that he wants some type of advantage for the Eldridge family, and there was nothing included in there. I'm hoping that maybe Jeff has the details that he's had conversations with the Eldridges.
The only thing I really noticed when we met with, I think it was Lamar and then the mom a couple of weeks ago, they didn't really say anything monetarily. They wanted some of their costs for just some aspect of maybe the project being named after the father or something. That's the extent that we kind of talked about. But I don't think that the guy that responded, is it Lavelle or Lloyd? Lloyd wasn't in that meeting either, so I'm not quite sure what they are anticipating.
Well, I did see Ryan sent an email out this morning on the one for Eldridge's, I believe. And looked like there may be some adjustments or something like that that needs to be made.
Yeah, what he included in his red line are really not substantive changes, and I have no problem with the red line version that he sent, but it still does not include the consideration he's asking for. And it sounds like we don't really know what he's asking for. I assume that it's a monetary payment, but have no idea how much.
And that makes it a little difficult trying to prove the contract if we don't have the details finalized on it.
Yeah.
So, is it even something that we can approve without knowing?
You could approve up to a certain amount, and Jeff, is it going to be you or Ryan? Who's going to be contacting him this morning?
I'll try to give Ryan a call after this meeting and see which he would prefer. I know he was busy first thing this morning. He probably wasn't going to be able to jump on.
My recommendation, JR, if you guys are comfortable offering an amount, is that you just authorize it up to whatever you're comfortable with, and then Ryan and Jeff can go back and just see if they're willing to accept it.
Do we, well, it's not that much, I wouldn't imagine, but that's something we probably do in closed session. Identifying now. Maybe not.
You can talk about it in closed session, but you have to approve it in open session.
Yeah. And we don't have an idea what they're looking for.
The email that Ryan forwarded this morning is the only time I've ever heard anything about that. And what Lloyd is saying is accurate about missing an element of a contract, but it didn't really matter when we thought that this didn't need to be a binding contract. It just needed to show what we're willing to do as far as taking on liability, reducing writing, that we would restore it to the condition that it was originally in. I have no problem with making it in consideration in that. You just didn't give us any details regarding what he expects.
Well, I think the easy way to do that would be to mimic the real estate purchase contract, which says $10 and good and other good. What is that? Consideration, yeah. And then we decide what the amount is. So it still has the consideration in the contract, which makes it a binding contract. We decide what do the council think as far as is fair. It could be 50 cents and still be a binding contract. But
And what Jeff pointed out, was it name and field, or what was the name that you were explaining to? Even that would be consideration, but based on Lloyd's email, I don't think that's what he's expecting, but maybe he needs to talk to somebody about family members.
Yeah, I think it is so just Lamar that was in the meeting, but and then in that meeting they were really open. Definitely seemed like they were definitely willing to work with the city, and it wasn't even like a dude name and fill out for our dad or we won't do this. It was just like, hey, we'd like him to be kind of memorialized because he was in their eyes a big part of athletics, in that area growing up. So we talked and arranged all the way from a field to a complex to some benches or a monument or anything, but we never got to anything solid on what exactly they wanted. They just wanted some thought and consideration.
It's kind of tough because we just don't really know what.
that's what I was going to say.
Can we approve either some money or some naming consideration to be determined?
You could, and where we don't really know what they want, I think that's probably the best way to go down, is to just approve both alternatives, and then Ryan and Jeff's gonna have to get back with it, just try to work out.
But that detail has to be worked out before contracts ultimately signed.
Yeah, but we would just do it kind of the way the council does it. What I would propose is we do it the way the council often does, where it's subject to legal approval. And then you just give us an amount that you're comfortable going up to monetarily, or some direction on what you'd be willing to do as far as the name. And then Ryan or Jeff could go back to them and just try to work something within the parameters of what council's approved. And then we could make some last minute adjustments to include that in the contract as soon as we know. It would be signatures.
So as far as the name goes, I think field of the complex is, in my personal opinion, out of the question. That was something that we reserved for somebody that wanted to donate around $100,000 or more. So I think letting us use their property for a few months, but just, unless they wanted to give us the property, then I would say,
That was my feeling as well as far as the whole field. I know we talked about maybe doing a shade type thing in the middle. I wonder if something like that. Really,
yeah. And we talked about how to just put up there somewhere that showed all those were donated, and even
yeah.
a gold, silver, bronze level or something like that, you know, it could be something that simple.
I was gonna recommend more of that way, instead of naming something, just say, we'd like to recognize those. And, you know, that supported, and you can do something like you said, gold, silver, platinum, whatever.
Yeah. And then what about consideration? What about money? What is the fair market value for that? I mean, for leasing a piece of property, how much property are we impacting, do we know?
The strip, 115 feet wide on the north end, and then it tapers down to 50 feet and 750 feet long. Yeah. I talked to Kirby last week about the road base, assuming that we would be the ones to install it on the Brotherson property. But I didn't ask him what the value would be on that. Do you have any idea, Josh?
Or yeah,
Yeah, we're
I don't, Kirby's supposed to be here any minute, I can ask him, but it's hard to get him to see there.
Someone text Kirby and ask him.
the only reason that's it. If you're going to be paying something, I'd like to be consistent in the value that we're putting into the Brotherson property.
I agree, and Jeff, you can run the numbers on it. You have basic numbers on what a ton of road base or a cubic yard of road base can cost and how much we're contributing to Brotherson.
Yeah, so we haven't necessarily talked how wide of a swath we would put a road base out, but you know, I just assume 15 feet, which is wider than lane, big enough we can get all of our equipment back there. If we did a 4 inch stake for the 750 feet, you're in the ballpark of $5,000-6,000 with labor putting it in.
So we need to be within that feedback.
That's what the lane fund is. You want to know what it would be on just
Just Brotherson.
versus.
Yeah. Are we putting it down on notices as well?
I wouldn't think so. They have limits for that.
Yeah, so all we're looking for is the amount that we would utilize for Brotherson's, just so that we could give something similar to.
$2,000-2,500.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think it needs to be fair. That way, in terms of what we're spending on one would be what would be willing to go up to with the other. And then adding the good, but also giving them, if they don't really care about the money and they just want the consideration, then we can look at, you know, negotiating some sort of, you know, hey, they, you know, these people help with the construction of the field or whatever.
Mhm. So we could do like a motion, I'm thinking of how a motion was written, it would be an amount not to exceed $2,500 and or recognition of some sort. Not naming right, but recognition of a certain contribution level.
Does that sound about right, Brad?
I think that gives gives us what we probably need. I mean, and it's difficult because we really don't know what they have in mind, but it gives us something to go back to them on, and I like that it's consistent with what we're giving rather than just to worry about problems coming up on another property if we give a lot more to
Is Brotherson's contract, is it been negotiated in terms?
I don't know. I've been part of any of the conversations directly with the property owners, Jeff.
Yeah, so I don't think he ever responded to it via email. I can't remember, but it's Dave Rosen, right? So he actually called my colleague in our office when Ryan sent him the first draft. We kind of talked about a few things, and that's when we ended up shifting over. We weren't gonna match where that driveway comes right now, but talking with Dave, he just wanted to shift it over to line up with 1000 West. And then I had actually went up on site to look at just some curb and existing features there and ran into him. And when he and I talked, he was just happy with everything. He just wanted to see that shifted over. And then I think we adjusted that language in the proposed contract. And he said he was going to be good with it. Now, you know, I haven't seen a signed one, but from my discussion with him, I don't think we'd have a hard time getting that.
Okay,
Well, then I would go ahead and move that we proceed. Do we need motions for both or separate, Grant?
Just do it in the same motion, just two alternatives.
Okay, so I move we proceed with value up to $2,500 and or recognition that will be determined, negotiated with both the city and the property owners and to be reviewed by legal counsel. That's how I would do it. I don't know if that covers everything.
sounds good to me, so I'll put that motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Allen, all in favor?
I
Okay, motion is unanimous. So that, and then we'll need a motion to approve the Brothers contract.
move we approve the Brotherson contract with the road improvement, right? We're doing.
Motion, do we have a second? Second. Second by Councilman Flower, all in favor?
I
Aye. That motion is unanimous as well. Anything else?
No, I think that covers it. Jeff, if you and Ryan will just coordinate on who's gonna get back with the Eldridges in particular, but obviously we'll also need to follow up with Brothers then. And then, once we have the final details of what's being agreed upon, whether it's the money, the recognition, whatever it is, I can add the Eldridge contract and have it back to you quickly.
Yeah, we'll get a hold of Ryan. I'd prefer to have him do that communication, but I'll just see what his availability is. And I think just to make sure, he may just call you to see if you have any additional input to talk to them, and we'll let you know what we find out.
Okay, sounds good. Are they still planning to start moving equipment this morning, or where are they at?
We kind of told them we were hoping to see these coming through. Obviously, they're not signed, so we've been trying to hold off until we get these. The other option is that they could mobilize through the parking lot, but we've been a little hesitant to do that with not knowing what the impacts of the heavy loads might do there. So I will call the contractor too and let them know we're still waiting on a signature and see what they want to do there. I mean, our plan was not to have them come through there until we had something in place.
Yeah, I think that would be that. Once we move the equipment on there, and they have us where they want us.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, Jeff, the Brotherson property didn't go back quite far enough. Jeff, to get past the,
It doesn't really, it kind of just goes to the front of that weather station, and I think that's where all the sheds are. So we couldn't really get through there.
alright, well, I'll just wait to hear back from you or Ryan.
Yeah, I just texted him, and we'll try to get on that right away, let you guys know if we find out.
Yeah, JR, I think that's all that we needed from the council, we'll just update you as soon as we know this final detail.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll just wait to sign it until everything's in place, so. All right, good. If there's nothing else,
Move to adjourn.
yes. Like that for now, and that's everyone, we will consider ourselves adjourned. Have a good day.
You too.